elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
And now Dallas' starting group. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Max Christie is out there with Flag, and it's Marshall in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Torrey out there with Dimon, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Both of these teams need a win badly tonight, Grant. Neither has been playing to their potential as of late.
You know, you can really sense the desperation in the air. A win here would be a big step in the right direction for either squad. And BA, a loss could set them back even further.
Now here's Claxton. Pass to Porter. Soft touch off the glass.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Here's Flag. Washington passes to Gafford. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. And here's Flag outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Porter, and he comes up with a bucket.
Yeah, what a move by Porter Jr. Great ball handler for his size.
We played just over a minute here in the first. And here's Gafford. 8 points in his last time out. Washington outside. Pass to Christie from downtown. Porter pulls it in. And the Nets with possession here. Claxton finds Porter. Over Flag. Porter's shot is off.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Marshall outside. Pass to Washington. Here's Flag. Back to Washington. No good on the triple. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Torrey. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Clowney. Offline with a 3. The Mavericks have gone 1 for 3 so far. And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young doors.
Well, they are, BA, and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
Now here's Washington, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game.
Boy, P.J. Washington's such a dangerous scorer. I love that pull-up.
Pass to Dimon. Claxton, a screen on Christie for 3. Dimon. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Good on the second one. And he can't make it 3 for 3. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Gafford. Over Claxton. And it's Gafford missing. Brooklyn trailing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. For 3, Dimon. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Christie. Here's Flagg. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Traoré. Claxton, a screen on Christie. Here's Dimon. Pass to Claxton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
There's a reason Nick Claxton has led the league in field goal percentage at least once. This guy is able to get easy looks.
Now here's Christie. He's scoreless. Inside. Here's Clowney. Outside Porter. Three-pointer. And it's Flagg with a rebound. The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Marshall. Back to Gafford. Washington outside. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Nice shot by Christie. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Traoré. Tipped. Christie with the ball. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Boy, if Daniel Gafford is near the rim, what a vertical threat. What a target for his teammates.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Dimon. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, BA. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Nembhard, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And that's good as he hits both shots.
This guy's such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Flagg. Fades and shoots. Rebound Brooklyn.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Traoré. Still no points. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
Washington a screen. Nembhard for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
To the inside. Here's Washington. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, athletic, long, P.J. Washington on the interior. Yeah, that's a pretty good bet.
Pass to Clowney. And here's Porter outside. Hits the trifecta. Porter's got 9.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Nembhard outside. Now here's Marshall. Over to the left wing. And here's Flagg outside. They grab their own miss. And it's Washington missing. Porter with it. And it's Marshall picking him up. Porter the pass to Claxton. Here's Traoré. Pass to Clowney. Outside Porter. Out left to the wing. To the right side for 3. Dimon. Outside for Porter. The 3. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Nembhard outside. The 3 from Washington. Porter pulls it in. The Nets have got 6 of 14 in so far. Here's Traoré. No made baskets yet for 3. Dimon. And the Nets, another 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Marshall. 4-point game. Nembhard, the pass to Washington. Dallas, no good that time either. The Nets have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Pass to Traoré. Here's Dimon. He's got 7. Over Flagg. And it's Dimon missing.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Here's Flagg. And here's Washington. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Here's Flagg. Shoots over Dimon. And that one's good. Flagg's got 5 now.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Here's Claxton. And Gafford with the block.
Do not go up soft against Daniel Gafford. He will send it right back at you.
Here's Nembhard. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Not sure why they sagged off him in that distance. He is very good in the mid-range.
Here's Traoré. He's guarded by Nembhard. On the wing, Porter puts up a 3. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
Nembhard outside. Here's Flagg. And that one's long. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Traoré. Here's Dimon for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Marshall outside. Here's Flagg. He's guarded by Porter. The 3 from Washington. Clowney pulls it in. Nets leading by 3. Here's Traoré. No points so far. Outside Porter. From the arc. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Washington passes to Nembhard. Pass to Flagg. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
From outside the arc. Mavericks with a rebound. Gafford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Nembhard. The crossover. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group.
One time on the line.
Free throw, no good. The Nets with a lead. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's man. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. And the shot's good. Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Nets. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Nets?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
We've got Sharp. Terrence Mann is out there with Powell. Then it's Williams, and it's Wolf in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Williams, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you guys.
Gotta have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And Doris, even in the latter stages of his illustrious career, this coaching staff trusts Chris Middleton to create offense.
Well, one of the reasons you hear that, BA, is Chris Middleton is the very definition of a solid basketball player. He can play with the ball in his hands. He can get off the ball and knock down shots at a high level. We've seen him under duress of big-time championship moments make every right read. It's never a bad decision to give him the basketball.
Both free throws good from Middleton. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Dallas?
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Take a break.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
The free throw drops for Williams. The 10th pick in 2021. Zaire Williams fits that mold everyone is looking for, Doris. The tall, rangy wing.
BA, I think you can obviously, the physical potential is there. As far as this guy's efficiency and decision-making, that's a work in progress, and the only way to get there is with repetition for Zaire.
And Williams drops them both.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
Middleton outside. Plenty of space. Brooklyn with the board. The last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
throw good, Bagley. And here's Powell. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a three-point game. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Nembhard, the pass to Bagley. Over Sharp. And again, it's Dallas.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Williams against Powell. His man. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Getting something that close to the cup is a win as far as possessions go.
So Jason Kidd decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
Here to put on the show,
So for Dallas, Washington's checked in for Bagley. Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Flagg subbed in for Williams. Middleton finds Nembhard. Back to Middleton. He's on target from 8 feet out.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
Pass to Clowney. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Traoré. Shoots over Nembhard. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Washington outside. There's a screen by Marshall. Takes a three. And Washington good for 3. Washington's got 7 points in the game.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Here's Traoré. He's guarded by Nembhard. And here's Porter outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Yeah, they definitely made some plays, but never got into any kind of rhythm and just couldn't keep up.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
Got it. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Clowney. Outside for Porter. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Marshall.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Middleton outside. Lets it go from deep. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Clowney. Middleton covering. Outside. Williams. From behind the arc. And the Nets miss again. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Flagg. And here's Middleton. The 3 from Washington. The shot comes out.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's Powell. Back to Williams. Sinks it from distance. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, this guy not necessarily a knockdown threat from deep, but when you give him that type of room, he will make you pay.
So Jason Kidd decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
your next U15.
change here. Claxton's checked in. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Nembhard. Thompson outside. Washington a screen. And here's Flagg outside. Brooklyn with the board. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Going inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Whoa, I mean, what a play by Porter Jr. Sticking with the shot, putting the D in a bad situation, and getting it to go.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Michael Porter Jr. At the line, 1 time.
One shot.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Here's Flagg. He has 7. 3-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. Flagg's got 10 points in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line, 2 times.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
He hits the second from the line. Now Washington. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flagg. Back to Gafford. Shot clock at 5. Here's Flagg. He's got 10. Can't cash it in from the high post.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Here's Flagg, following the bucket by the Nets. Thompson outside. No good from outside. The Nets have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Toure. Now here's Williams. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's Flagg. Thompson right side. Let's go with a 3. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
They're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
Williams against Thompson. Out to the wing. Pass to Porter. And here's Claxton. Outside Porter. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And here's Gafford. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Here's Flagg. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Demon, he's checked in for Williams. And Dallas also making a switch. Christie's checked in. Here's Dimon. He's got 7.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Mavericks lead by 7. Marshall outside. The 3 from Washington. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Well, if Claxton can be a force and start to absorb some contact, put defenders in tough spots, that would be real growth.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And here are the Mavericks now. 6-point lead. Washington passes to Gafford. Pass to Flag. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flag to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he made me look really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Nets trail by 8. Pass to Clowney. To the inside. Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
And he's finding the bottom of the net consistently. Porter Jr. is scoring with ease.
Marshall outside. Here's Flag. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul of the game.
14.
Here's Flag. 14 points for him. Pass to Marshall. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Dimon. There's a screen. And here's Porter, guarded by Marshall. Here's Dimon. He's got 7. Here's Claxton. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Marshall. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep. Marshall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Clowney. Outside Porter.
Second quarter.
The three ball. Knocks down the long J. Porter's got 23 points.
Another triple for him. His fourth of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Washington passes to Christie. Clock at 6. Gafford with the bucket. Gafford's got 6 points.
Yeah, if Gafford is that close to the cup, folks, look out. Turn out the lights, it's over.
Pass to Clowney. 1:16 left to play in the first half. And here's Porter outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. There's the drive. And Flagg gets it to go on the assist by Washington. And now it's a 12-point Dallas lead. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 7 of 16 shots to go in the second. Here's Clowney. No good on the 3.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
High post Gafford, down low. Pass to Flagg. Now here's Christie. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. To the middle. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Flagg. He's got 16. Stolen. Launches it from deep. No good. Misses at the buzzer. So it's the Dallas Mavericks in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's their three-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. And guys, when you look at some of these games, what stands out to you?
I like seeing the best of the best go at it, Ernie. I mean, like 2 teams who are evenly matched, because those are the type of teams that I played for my entire career.
Kenny, stop it. You beat me one time. You don't want to talk about dominant teams. Those were led by me. You got so lucky. Make the free throws, Nick.
I don't think that's true, big man. When it comes to my lifetime record against you, even with other teams, I went easy.
And here we go again. Sorry, folks. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Mavericks.
When contributions off the bench make this big of an impact, it leaves the team feeling good. It's a morale builder, guys, in a good way.
Yeah, and you can see the difference in energy level, the activity level. They've been a step ahead the whole way.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Max Christie is out there with Flag, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. Now here's Washington. Marshall outside. Gafford against Claxton. And here's Flag outside. Clowney pulls it in. Nets trail by 13. Pass to Claxton. Inside. Here's Traoré. Screen by Claxton. Here's Clowney. The three-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And out of bounds, Dallas will have it. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Brooklyn, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. Now here's Christie. Tight defense on him. Here's Flag. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Dimon. He has 7. From outside, off the mark.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
To the paint. And stolen by Claxton. In transition, here they come. To the left side wing. Here's Traoré. Pass to Dimon. Claxton, a screen on Gafford. On the take. And Claxton gets the bucket. Claxton's got 6.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
Marshall outside. To the wing on the left. Washington inside. Here's Flag. 18 points for him. And Washington with the basket on the assist by Flag. Flag's got 3 assists now in this one. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And while we can, let's take a look at the steadiest free throw shooters among small forwards in the last month. The 4th spot held by Michael Porter.
And it's clear that these guys work hard on maintaining their free throw shooting. It's why they're among the best in the league in that category.
You know, and being the slashers that they are, having that kind of success at the line does even more to get them into attack mode. They're always looking to create some contact and get to the line for what is an almost automatic 2 points.
And Brooklyn with possession here after Dallas' three-pointer on the other end. Here's Traoré, 5 on the clock. For 3, Dimon. And it's Flag with a rebound. Flag's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Can't hit it from 12 feet. Nets trail by 18. Claxton passes to Porter. Now Claxton. Pass to Porter, launches it, nails it from beyond the arc. Porter's got 28 points for the game.
Yeah, guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Guys, back over to you.
Merci. Allie, thanks for the report.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops a first. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Nets trail by 16. Outside Porter. Pulls up on the wing. Mavericks with a rebound. Gafford's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Christie. Here's Flag. Back to Christie. The three is up. That shot missing. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Clowney to the wing, right side. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Touré for 3. Oh my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one on Marshall. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Dallas.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
The Mavericks lead by 12. Pass to Washington. And here's Flag outside. Again, the miss by Dallas.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Touré. And here's Porter. Here's Dimon. Takes the 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Flag. He's got 19. Rejected by Claxton.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
Gafford passes to Christie. Here's Flag. Nifty move. And it's good on the layup. Flag's got 5 points in the quarter.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Claxton. For 3, Dimon. And the three-pointer goes. Dimon's got 10 points.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Here's Dimon. Now here's Claxton. Pass to Touré from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They led by as many as 18. To the left wing. Washington with the ball. 12 points for him. Washington, a screen on Claxton. Here's Flag. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Touré.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Here's Porter. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Flag. This one for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Clowney's got 4 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Traoré. Give him 8 points now. And here's Porter. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now here's Gafford. Pass to Flag. It's Washington, high post. Here's Gafford. He's guarded by Claxton. Here's Christie. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 9.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Nembhard, he's checked in for Dallas. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They trail by 16. Here's Traoré. He's guarded by Nembhard. Traoré can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Gafford passes to Nembhard. And that one drops. Nembhard's got 9 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Traoré. Shoots over Nembhard. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Middleton is checked in for Gafford.
1 shot.
Dallas leading by 15. Now Nembhard. 9 points in the game. Takes a step back. Now here's Middleton. Not a lot of room. Pass to Washington. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. He's got 14. Well, Brooklyn's shooting 40% from the field in this one. Granted, in recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, B.A., and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
Pass to Dimon. The 3 drains the triple. Dimmon's got 13.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
Nembhard outside. Now here's Middleton from 15 feet away, and again it's Dallas.
Yeah, so confident from the mid-range. Middleton, I love seeing him look to score from there.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Wolf. Here's Williams. There's the 3. He buries it from 3.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Dallas leading by 13. And here's Nembhard. 9 points in the game. Washington passes to Middleton. 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. And he banks in the layup. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, scrappy play by Middleton. Going up inside and forcing his shot past the coverage.
Here's Traoré. He's got 11. They set the pick. Over to the wing. Jacks up a three. Wolf can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
To the inside. Nembhard, good. He's got 11.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Nets trail by 17. 1:07 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Clowney. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. Clowney's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Christie finds Middleton. Nembhard outside. 4-3. Doesn't fall. That miss makes him 5 for 6. Pass to Traoré. And here is Williams. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Dimon missing.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's Middleton. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Middleton's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here. Really giving his team a lift.
Here's Dimon. He's got 13. Takes a 13-footer. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Powell with the ball from Brooklyn. It's a 16-point game. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. We've got Tyre Williams. He's out there with Powell. Sharp out there with Michael Porter. And it's Wolf in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Nembhard, the pass to Bagley. Pass to Thompson from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Wolf. The Nets shooting 40% so far in this one. Powell outside. Porter from outside. The Mavericks pull it in. Nembhard outside. Now here's Middleton. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. And the Mavericks lead by 18. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Offensive board. Williams with it. Powell outside. Lets the three fly. Nails it from 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Nembhard outside. Middleton from the outside. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Powell outside. On the wing, Porter. Lets it go. Money from the wing. Porter's got 30 points.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Bagley finds Thompson. Here's Nembhard. And here's Flagg outside. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 16. To the middle. And stolen by Middleton. Out to Thompson. Nembhard outside. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Sharp passes to Wolf. Williams from long range. Counted from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Brooklyn making a switch here. Claxton's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Bagley. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Middleton. On target from about 13 feet. Middleton's got 13 in the second half.
Things started to click for him in the second half. You can tell the focus and the intent is all there.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's Middleton.
Watch the screen.
Fires from deep. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Foul against Nembhard. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You know, the second half has been a series of distractions for him. After one turnover in the first, it's been a disaster.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Washington's checked in for Middleton. Marshall comes in for Nembhard. And Max Christie subbed in for Thompson. The Mavericks lead by 13. Marshall outside. Pass to Gafford. Over to the left wing. Here's Flagg. Lays it up and banks it in. Flagg's got 23.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And it's dim and missing.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Now here's Gafford. Pass to Washington. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
First team foul. Shooting for Dallas, P.J. Washington. 1 time from the line.
One shot.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
Nets trail by 18. Pass to Dimon. And here's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Flagg's got rebound number 8 now. Now Christie. It's intercepted. Here's Traoré. Pass to Clowney. Now Porter. Here's Dimon, just 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
Now Washington. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Here's Flag. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Trae. At the line, 2 times.
And the first one at the line is good. Hits both from the stripe.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
The Mavericks lead by 16. Down low. Here's Gafford. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Christie.
Great game for him. Double-double now. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Now here's Porter. Here's Clowney. Pass to Claxton. Here's Trae. Launches a 3. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Christie. Marshall on the wing. From the arc. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the middle. Here's Porter. Pass to Dimon. Takes a 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And here's Marshall. Here's Christie. Fires from deep. He drops it from range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Nets trail by 21. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Porter. And that one's good. Porter's got 4 points this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And Brooklyn's shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Pass to Trae. Now Claxton. Over Gafford. And Claxton gets the bucket.
You know, that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Here's Flag. Now here's Washington. The 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Pass to Trae. Back to Claxton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Boy, you love to see that. That's where Nick Claxton carving space and drawing contact. That's big time.
With 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. The Mavericks lead by 16. Now Christie has to flag. Back to Christie. Launches it. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Dimon. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Porter. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to flag. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Foul, team seconds. At the line for the Mavericks. Flag. Shooting 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
That one misses. Nets trail by 20. Claxton up top. Pass to Porter. Here's Traoré, 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Flag.
Last 2 minutes to play. 4th quarter.
Back to Christie. And here's Washington. Christie passes to Washington. Hits a 3-pointer. Washington's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, P.J. Washington has caught his rhythm, and when he gets like this, he starts to become more and more aggressive.
Pass to Dimon. Here's Clowney. He's guarded by Washington. Here's Dimon to halt the run. Drops in the 3. Dimon's got 9 points here in the second half.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says, and a great win for the Mavericks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Cooper Flagg.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And the Nets with possession here after the basket by Dallas. Porter gets the bucket. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Marshall outside. Pass to Washington. For 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Traoré. Oh yeah! That's good! And here are the Mavericks now. 20 seconds left in the game. Now Washington. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
3rd team foul. P.J. Washington. 1 time from the line.
One shot.
And that one falls for Washington. Here's Mann. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cooper Flagg.